Modern Family turned relatable domestic drama into sitcom gold. But the stories behind the cast's off-screen romances are also surprisingly entertaining. Here's how the show's stars found their current real-life partners. Eric Stonestreet has been engaged to his fiancée, Lindsay Schweitzer, since 2021. Initially, she seemed to have cold feet, but he eventually won her over.
She said no. And then I talked her into it, and then it was great. It all turned out great.
In January 2025, Stonestreet and Schweitzer still had yet to officially say I do, but they had a very good reason for holding off, as they were in the middle of building their dream home in Kansas City, Kansas, which they hoped would serve as their wedding venue. As Stonestreet revealed to People magazine, right from the beginning of when we started building the house, the wedding was like right at the top of the list of things that we imagined happening here. And their dream wedding also involved celebrating with Stonestreet's former co-stars. As he explained, "We talk about the wedding all the time, of how we would do it and where we would sit and how Sofía Vergara would be dancing out on our lawn." In 1991, Sofía Vergara welcomed her son Manolo along with her first husband and childhood sweetheart, Joe Gonzalez. After they divorced in 1993, Vergara focused on her career and motherhood, although she eventually got engaged to her boyfriend Nick Loeb in 2012. They never made it down the aisle, although Vergara found love again with Joe Manganiello, whom she married in 2015.
Did you know that she was the one? Like, when did you know that?
I knew like right away.
Their union didn't last either, as they ended up divorcing in 2023. The split seemed amicable enough, though, with a joint statement that read in part, "As two people that love and care for one another very much, we politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time as we navigate this new phase of our lives." After that divorce, Vergara was briefly linked to orthopedic surgeon Justin Salomon. But then in October 2024, she seemed to be rolling solo again when she talked with Us Weekly about dating in New York City. As she put it, "I was talking yesterday about it because now I'm single, so kind of single." On Modern Family, Ed O'Neill played the patriarch of a large blended family, and he's also a family man in real life. He's been married to his wife, Catherine Russoff, since 1986, and they have two daughters, Sophia and Claire. Before Modern Family, O'Neill was probably best known for Married with Children, and his wife appeared in a couple of episodes of that classic sitcom as well. Russoff's TV resume also includes shows like Highway to Heaven, Midnight Caller, and The New Adam 12, although her last on-screen credit was in 1991. O'Neill and Russoff might be happy parents now, but he was initially apprehensive about becoming a dad. As he admitted to the New York Post in 2009, "At the beginning, I sort of reluctantly went along with it. As a favor to her, I was thinking. Then, when we had the first one, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. They are the best thing that has ever happened to me." Ty Burrell is no stranger to family life, both on screen and off. He met his wife Holly when the two were performing Twelfth Night together at the Shakespeare Theater in Washington, D.C. in the late 90s. And according to Ty, he was quite taken with her right away. He even admitted during a 2010 interview with Redbook that he had a feeling during their very first date that they would get married one day. As he put it, "I was slow on the uptake, so it took me a couple of years." Ty and Holly tied the knot in 2000 and eventually welcomed two daughters, Frances and Greta, and he was abundantly happy about becoming a father. As he admitted to Elle in 2011, "I guess I didn't realize that you actually fall in love with children. That, like with any other relationship, as time goes on, you actually love them more." Plus, parenthood only strengthened his marriage, as he told Redbook, "When you have this collective goal that is a human being, it's an inspiring rally point." Jesse Tyler Ferguson's personal life isn't terribly different from that of Mitch Pritchett's, as he's happily married to producer Justin Mikita, with whom he shares two children. They met at a gym in Hollywood and then kept the conversation going on social media. As Ferguson shared with Variety in 2020, "I was taken by how handsome he was and how sweet." Mikita was in a relationship at the time, but when he crossed paths with Ferguson at the gym again 10 months later, he was single, and they then began dating. They got engaged in 2012 and were married in July of the following year. At the time, same-sex marriage had not been widely legalized, but it was legal in New York, so that's where they exchanged their vows. In 2020, Ferguson and Mikita expanded their family when they welcomed their son, Beckett Mercer, and again in 2022 when their second son, Sullivan Lewis, was born. According to Ferguson, he and Mikita have their parenting down to a science. As he told People magazine in 2024, "It's been a very 50-50 thing. We don't really talk about it too much. It's just been very natural."
That we are really excellent parents, no matter what anybody says. Like, we're doing a great job.
Sarah Hyland was just 18 when she began playing Haley Dunphy, who had her share of love interests before eventually getting married to her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Dylan. Hyland met her own husband, the Bachelorette Season 12 contestant, Wells Adams, in 2017, when he reached out to her on Instagram.
What,
Have
Twitter?
you seen those memes of like slide into the DMs?
Yes.
That.
Hyland was impressed by Adams' confidence, and they eventually moved in together in 2018. They got engaged the following year, and Hyland was clearly over the moon, as she shared pics after his romantic beachfront proposal on Instagram. They tied the knot in 2022 after having postponed their ceremony because of the COVID-19 pandemic. As Hyland explained to Vogue, after that declaration of home isolation, I knew that we weren't going to be having the big wedding we were planning on for at least 2 more years or so. The beautiful ceremony was held at the vineyards of Santa Ynez, California, and her on-screen uncle Jesse Tyler Ferguson even served as the officiant. Ariel Winter was just 11 years old when she started playing Alex Dunphy on Modern Family. Fast forward to 2025, and now she's 27 and in a long-term relationship with fellow actor Luke Benward. They began dating in 2020 and were actually close friends before their relationship became romantic. According to Winter, that friendship was the key to their solid bond. As she told E! News in 2024, there are so many things that go into a partnership, but I think what I find so important is a best friendship.
And I just love him. I just love him.
Winter and Benward also share a love of animals, as they have 6 dogs, named Chloe, Casper, Cupid, Cleo, Cash, and Cobain. In May 2023, Winter took to Instagram to wish Benward a happy birthday, and referred to him as the most amazing man and dog daddy. Julie Bowen played a happily married mom of 3 on Modern Family, but off-screen, her family life hasn't been quite as harmonious. In 2018, she filed for divorce from her husband, Scott Phillips, whom she married in 2004. They have 3 sons named Oliver, John, and Gustav. And Bowen credited motherhood with helping her deal with the pain of the split. As she told Us Weekly, the beauty of having 3 children is they don't give you much time for thinking.
Do you embarrass your kids?
Oh, I try to.
During an appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2022, Bowen told guest host Adam DeVine that she was very single and claimed that she had retired from dating. She also explained that her dog, Gertrude Stein, was a retirement gift to herself, and that if she were to entertain a male guest, she would use Gertrude as an excuse to ask them to leave. However, there is one man that Bowen would make an exception for, as she quipped, "Would I come out of retirement for Harry Styles? Oh, hell yeah." Adam DeVine had a recurring role on Modern Family as Andy, nanny of Joe and boyfriend of Haley. As for his real-life romance, he married fellow actor Chloe Bridges in 2021. They first met in 2014 while flying to the set of the slasher film The Final Girls, even though he didn't realize who she was while she was talking to him on the plane. As he recalled to People magazine, "We were shooting the same movie, but I didn't know that because I'm an idiot who doesn't read emails. But Chloe is a smart person who reads emails, and she knew who I was. So she's trying to chat me up, and meanwhile, I just think, this babe is hitting on me." DeVine and Bridges bonded while shooting the movie and began dating in 2015, and then he proposed in 2019. They had plans for a big wedding, but had to make adjustments due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They ultimately ended up tying the knot in an intimate ceremony in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. As he captioned a beautiful Instagram photo of their wedding day, "What a blast! I love Chloe so dang much, and I'm so happy to call her my wife." In 2024, the couple expanded their family when they welcomed their first child, a son named Bo. Fatherhood clearly suits DeVine, as he admitted to People, "I wish I would have had kids sooner. I love it, and I want to have 11 of them." Nathan Lane guest starred on several episodes of Modern Family as wedding planner Pepper Saltzman. Pepper eventually married his assistant Ronaldo, and in real life, Lane married his longtime love, Devlin Elliott, in 2015 after dating for 18 years. Elliott is an actor and producer who works in the theater world. The couple have been fairly private about their relationship, although Lane has praised his husband on numerous occasions. In 2018, he thanked Elliott during his Tony acceptance speech for Angels in America, calling him his dear husband and the greatest blessing in my life. Then in 2023, during an appearance on The View, Lane declared, "He's the greatest person in the world and I couldn't get through my life without him." In addition to supporting each other's careers, Lane and Elliott have also collaborated on a creative project, as they co-authored a children's book called Naughty Mabel. It's about a sassy French bulldog and was inspired by their own pet. As Lane explained to USA Today, she's a little neurotic and needy at times. It's like living with a supermodel.
So I said, we should write a children's book called Mabel of the Hamptons about an overprivileged French bulldog.
Dana Powell had a recurring gig on Modern Family as Pam Tucker, older sister of Cam. On the show, Pam had a tumultuous relationship with her husband. But in real life, Powell has been happily married for decades to Dan Tipton, who worked as a production supervisor on Modern Family. Powell met Tipton while attending college at Missouri State University. After graduation, she was working at a local TV station and he was a car salesman. But he had faith that they would have a better life if they took the leap and moved to Los Angeles. As she told 417 magazine in 2017, he was like, "I'm selling cars. This is not what I want to be doing. I'm going to LA in a month and I really hope you want to come with me." And it all worked out. As Powell and Tipton both found showbiz jobs, their relationship flourished. And they eventually became parents to a son named Henry. In 2024, they celebrated 23 years of marriage, with Powell posting a sweet carousel of pictures on Instagram to celebrate. As she wrote in the caption, "The life we have created together is incredible, and this journey has been so wild. He has stood by me through it all, the good and the bad." Powell's TV brother Eric Stonestreet jokingly commented on the post, "Prayers for Dan."